Books were everywhere, and Mrs. Tuttle, the person responsible for the books, was getting frantic. Her predicament started in October when she found the book supply running low. Mrs. Tuttle was a very organized person. She ordered more books immediately, requesting that they be delivered by air. Airmail was always the speediest way to receive books. By November, it was obvious that someone messed up somewhere, and she was sure she had not ordered this many books. As usual, flocks of birds delivered the books. Mrs. Tuttle would find the birds gathered on the steps of her library in the morning. Each bird would flap its wings and remove the leather-bound books tied to its legs by straps of ribbon. They would wait for her to unlock the doors with her skeleton key. Some days they were not patient, and they would peck holes in her socks. She would end up shouting, "Stop! I'm moving as quickly as I can." Mrs. Tuttle was usually cool and composed, but now she was beside herself with worry. She did not have enough room in her library for this many books. "That's it! I've had enough! Someone will have to call off these birds," Mrs. Tuttle screamed one afternoon. A flock of flamingos with packs of dictionaries had just stumbled through the door. She marched over to the telephone, dialed, and waited. She tapped her foot in annoyance. "Hello, this is Mrs. Tuttle from the library. Someone will have to call off this multitude of birds. I have more than enough books." "You can never have enough books," said the person who answered the telephone. The voice sounded different to Mrs. Tuttle, as if the person had a beak. "I have stacks of books here taller than I am," Mrs. Tuttle huffed. Just then, a hummingbird fluttered by her shoulder, carrying a tiny book of poems. Mrs. Tuttle gave the bird one of her sternest looks, but instead of flying away, the bird began to chirp and sing. Mrs. Tuttle sighed and slowly hung up the receiver. "My, you're pretty," she told the hummingbird. "Can you help me straighten out this mess?"